Hey guys, welcome back. So it's been a long time that we have met. Sorry for the delay of posting the videos. Um, so let's get started with our next topic, which is I told in the previous video that we will talk about what is meant by gameplay programming, and then we will start moving on to the keeping our hands practically on how to do the game mechanics and lot of stuffs related to how to plan the game and how to optimize it. So we will see all of the part. So let's talk about what is meant by the gameplay programming now. A good definition is it's really an art of creating the direct interaction between the product and the user. Why I am saying it as the product? Because right now we have a lot of different kinds of things in the um, game industry. Like some people are making a gamified content, which we can categorize them as the AR VR, and some categories we can call it as metaverse. And there are a lot of different stuffs that people are now making the gamified contents. So that's what I call it as a product. So as a gameplay programmer, your role is to create the interaction that what the product requires. For example, if you are trying to create a architecture visualization project, then you need to make the interactions as a gameplay programmer, like opening the door, turning on and turning off the faucet, and might be, for example, day and night, the weather cycle. So all those things should be done by the gameplay programmer. So in the practical games, so like in the AAA games, like in the game companies like Rockstar, my favorite company, which they will make a games. So there are a lot of different sectors out there in the gameplay programming, which they will hire you. So you need to be keep track of if you need to be a gameplay programming, then you need to keep track of what is the particular sector that you wish to be work with, and we will talk about that. So if I need to say a particular example, like for example, if you are pressing the button, then your character is moving up. So let's say if the character has different states in the game, for example, if you are making a survival kind of game, then the character can have some attributes like he can have a thirst meter, he can have the hunger meter. Then if the character is injured, then if you press the same key, W key, then the character will move with a different animation. So if you are the thirst, then character will just fell off in the ground and the character won't move. So like this, if you start holding the shift button, the character will start sprinting up. So there are a lot of different way of giving the instruction for a single button. So like this, you need to plan your code and you need to do lot of plannings, and you need to closely work with the game designers as well to create the direct interaction that how the user is going to utilize that product. So talking about this, we have a different sectors like I told, like in the Rockstar, they will hire you as a gameplay engineer in the different sectors. So we will see them. So the first famous role in the gameplay programming is the AI. So talking about the AI, there are the NPCs are the heart of the GTA kind of games. Like there are a lot of civilians are there. There is police AI, and there are different kinds of gangs are there um, in the game world. So the trailer released for the GTA 6. So you can see there how the game has been efficiently they are doing the AIs and how they will respond differently to the different places. So talking about that, we need to as a gameplay programmer that you need to work on the AI sector. You need to know about lot of the different algorithms that you need to aware of, like the pathfinding algorithms, A star algorithm. So you need to aware of those algorithms in order to become a good AI programmer. Category like a vehicle programmer that also comes under the gameplay programmer. So you will closely work with the physics of the vehicle and how the vehicle system will be there and how the traffic system will be there, how they need to obey the traffic system. So all the things that we will interconnect and start working with. Then UI. So UI things is actually the UI is separate field that is apart from the gameplay programming. But what you need to make is you need to just make the response like the UI can able to receive. For example, if the enemy hits you directly, then if you lose them life, then you need to pass some event to the UI system. Then they can do some magical effects. Important part is the game mechanics. So gameplay programmer, when you join as the new or fresher, people will ask you to work with the game mechanics and they will ask you for debug the code. So game mechanics is giving the game the essential thing that will drive the game. For example, I hope you guys have played the Prince of Persia. So in the Prince of Persia, time is the most important mechanics that you will use it throughout the game. If you done any mistake, you can just reverse back the time and you can try in a different manner. If you start playing in the puzzle kind of things, there is a puzzle kind of in a level, there is a puzzle kind of things that will appear at that time. Then you can use the uh, you can slow down the time, then you can cross the puzzle. So there are a lot of different things that you can give for the user to make the game more interesting. So that's the role of the game mechanics. So as you're starting as a fresher, you will mostly get probably to introduce you to the game mechanics. And finally, making a multiplayer kind of game, you need to think about giving the multiplayer framework as much as early as possible. Because if you are started making a game like a story based game, then if you are trying to make it as the multiplayer, then the pipeline will be more complex. So that's what people will commonly say. If you need to give multiplayer, then plan it early as soon as possible. And that's all about the gameplay programming. I hope so. um, Considering that, as a next step, we will start seeing some tutorials. We need to pick up, say, a game engine in order to get familiar with the gameplay programming. C++ is the backbone that is powering up those game engines. So game engine is just like a framework that they have the standard set of rules and they can have a lot of boilerplate code written for you. So you just need to utilize their framework and you can start focusing on logic and you can make your creative things happen. And we will see about what are the common things in the Unreal Engine that the people should know in order to get better with the Unreal Engine, and some common tips and tricks are there that with my knowledge I just shared those information. So we will talk about the Unreal Engine in the upcoming videos and we will start making a small game mechanics as well. That's all. Thank you so much. We can see about in the next video.